Tension broke out in Lucknow after Congress workers clashed with police outside the party office. The protest turned aggressive as workers tried to cross police barricades. Police stopped them, leading to heavy pushing and shouting. The state Congress chief Ajay Rai and MLA Aradhna Mishra were seen climbing over barricades during the protest. In Hardoi, police chased and detained several Congress leaders at the railway station. A member of parliament and around 300 party workers were placed under house arrest to prevent further protest. Security has been tightened across the area. Police said the situation is now under control. 3 prisoners escaped from a juvenile observation center in the Arispura sector of Jammu on Monday evening. The incident happened around 5:15 p.m. During the escape, the prisoners attacked police officers. 2 policemen, SPO Vinay Kumar and Head Constable Praveen Kumar, were injured and taken to hospital. CCTV footage shows one prisoner holding a pistol. It is still unclear where the gun came from and whether any shots were fired. Police have started an investigation. Special teams have been formed to catch the escaped prisoners. Search operations are going on at different locations. India has seized 3 oil tankers near the Mumbai coast this month. According to media reports, the ship IMO numbers match vessels sanctioned by the United States. There is suspicion of links to Iran. However, the National Iranian Oil Company denied any connection with the ship. The tankers are named Stellar Ruby, Asphalt Star and Al Chavzia. They were stopped about 100 nautical miles west of Mumbai due to suspicious activity. Officials say the ship changed names and flagged to hide identity. They are now at Mumbai port for detailed investigations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will meet French President Emmanuel Macron in Mumbai today. India and France are expected to sign a massive defense deal worth Rs 3.25 lakhs crore. Under this agreement, India will buy 114 Rafale fighter jets. This will be India's biggest military purchase in terms of value. The meeting will take place at Lok Bhavan at 3:15 p.m. Leaders will also discuss defense cooperation, Indo-Pacific strategy, maritime security, artificial intelligence, emerging technology and global issues. The deal is seen as a major boost to India-France strategic partnership. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi met a delegation of gig workers. The Congress party shared a video of the meeting on social media platform X. Rahul Gandhi accused the Bharatiya Janata Party government of ignoring the problems of gig workers. He said there are no strong laws for gig workers, no proper social security and no accountability from companies. He added that both central and state governments are not protecting their rights. The issue of job security and benefits for gig workers has become an important political debate. A serious claim has surfaced that Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann was given a dangerous chemical substance polonium. Reports say he faced breathing problem and was admitted to a hospital. Officials have not confirmed the polonium claim yet. Soon after his hospitalization, the hospital reportedly received a bomb threat. Security has been tightened around the medical facility and an investigation is underway. Police teams are checking the threat calls and scanning the hospital premises. Authorities have urged people not to panic and say district action will be taken against those spreading fear. US President Donald Trump said he will indirectly take part in the talks between America and Iran over Iran's nuclear program. He made this statement while speaking to reporters on Air Force One. The second round of talks between the US and Iran is happening today in Geneva, Switzerland. The first round was held earlier this month in Oman. These discussions focus on Iran's nuclear activities and possible agreements. The talks are being closely watched by the international community as tension over Iran's nuclear program remain high. Newly elected members of parliament in Bangladesh took oath today. The ceremony began with the recitation of the Holy Quran. It will be held at the National Parliament building in Dhaka. Senior leaders and officials attended the event. Later in the evening, Rahman will take oath as the new Prime Minister of Bangladesh. The swearing-in ceremony is expected to be attended by several foreign dignitaries. India's Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla will also be present at the event. The new government is expected to announce its priorities soon. The Indian stock market is trading higher today. The Sensex has gained more than 200 points and is trading around 83,500. The Nifty has also climbed nearly 50 points. Strong buying is seen in banking and IT shares. Investors are showing positive sentiment due to global market support and steady foreign investment. Major banking stocks and leading IT companies are contributing to the rally. Market experts say the upward trend may continue if global cues remain stable. However, traders are advised to stay cautious due to possible volatility in the coming session. The tournament race has become very exciting. If Zimbabwe wins today, Australia will be out of the competition. 5 teams including Sri Lanka have already qualified for the Super 8 stage. The fight for the remaining spots is still open. New Zealand must win its next match to reach the next round. A loss could end their hopes. Fans are closely watching today's match as the points table may change quickly. Every game now is important and one result can completely change the tournament standings. Several North Indian states are facing extreme weather. In Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan, temperatures have crossed 30 degrees Celsius, bringing early heat. People are feeling strong sunshine during the day. Weather officials say light rain may begin from today in some areas, which could give relief. Meanwhile, in Uttarakhand, extreme cold continues. At Gunji and Adi Kailash Motor Road, the temperature has dropped to -18 degrees Celsius. Snowfall and icy wind have made travel difficult in the high-altitude region. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.